Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are back again in Nashville, Tennessee, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Connor Kennedy, for making the tour possible. Also, the builder, Stonegate Development, and I'll make sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, family, you have that modern look. You have the high-pitched roofs, natural stone, and the fiber cement board and batten facade, and it really stands out. Now, you are situated on over an acre. You have a corner lot. You see it is fenced and gated, and I'll turn your attention right here so you can see the front. Beautiful. So you have a long winding driveway straight ahead. You do have your 2-car garage. You will notice the retaining wall on the side as well as the backyard. So that's always a plus, and it is painted to match the property. Now, as we do continue, it is elevated slightly, as you can see. You have the arch feature for your covered front porch wrapped in natural stone. Really stands out, and they've done a great job. This is the second time we've seen a project by this builder, and the first one you folks absolutely love. Now, as we do continue, you see you have space over here to the right, and then look at the natural stone continuation here. I'll pan you upwards so you see the wood soffit. You have recessed lights throughout the home as well, and the double front doors. Beautiful. But let's go ahead and get you inside of this gorgeous property. Okay. So right when you walk in, beautiful light fixture hanging down. You see it is wide and extremely open. And then I'll turn your attention to the front door from the inside. Lovely. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to the office here. You have a lime wash paint. Now look at the custom cabinetry. Glass panes in the cabinet fronts. You have plenty of space. You have quartz countertops as well. The painted baseboards, and then the exposed beam on top. Lovely. So let's go ahead and continue right here. This is more of a formal living area. You have your fireplace. You see how that overlooks the front yard. I'll pan you upwards. Look at the gorgeous chandelier. You have a clear story window, the soaring ceilings, and the recessed lights. Perfect for an intimate gathering here. And then you see your built-ins straight ahead. Wonderful. So as always, let's continue walking the property as if we're walking in for the first time. And then, like I always say, everything will come full circle for you. Outstanding. So let's go ahead and continue to the great room. Right here, look at the fluted design. You'll see that feature throughout the property, but for your fireplace around, you have the herringbone pattern in the firebox as well, extremely modern. You have the corner windows there, beautiful light fixture with the recessed lights, and all in a great property. Now, this property was designed in partnership with CG Studio Interiors. We've seen a few projects by them and always great feedback. Straight ahead, you have your staircase. We'll see that momentarily. I want to work our way over here to the kitchen and we'll take a look at everything. Now you have the open concept dining area here. Now heading to the kitchen, beautiful pendant lights right above your island, waterfall edge. You see the quartz counters with the gold veining, and that matches the custom cabinets. Wonderful. You have prep space over here. Look at the clean lines for your drawer fronts and cabinet fronts. You have a ton of room. You have two-tone cabinetry, European white oak floors throughout the home as well, and then the gold finishes. Wonderful. So you have a Thermador range, 6 burners with the griddle and a pot biller. Look at the way that sleek vent hood matches the cabinets. Now on this side, you are going to have 2 paneled dishwashers. So we'll see the first one right here. And on the other side of the sink, you have your other one. Lovely. Now you do have 2 spice racks. I'll show you that in just a second. Let's open up some of these drawers, all soft closing. And then on this side too. Awesome. Now, you see the extension for the backsplash. You do have the ledge, adding some character as well. And then your paneled refrigerator here. Look at that. And then it is Z-line. Awesome. So that'll bring you right back out to the formal living. I'll turn your attention over here. You see the arch openings. This is a multi-entry butler's pantry. Look at the space that you have here. You have a Thermador built-in microwave. Look at the lime wash paint that continues all the way from the formal living. Okay, so now heading right here. So to the right, that would come out to the living area again. You see the quartz countertops, you have a sink, champagne bronze, and look how that complements the cabinets right above there. Awesome. And also you do have the sleek floor registers. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Right there will lead you to the kitchen. Built-in desk right over here. Look at the way that matches the European white oak floors. That's overlooking the backyard. We'll see that at the end of the tour, so make sure you stay tuned. Now, this is our mud room here. So they decided to add cabinet doors on here just for that minimalist look. Really modern and contemporary. I'll open this up for you. All the shelving that you need, and then some drawers down there. Straight ahead, you have your first powder bath. The second one is on the second level. You have the flat panel drawer fronts there. Look at the gold finishes, the beautiful sconce there, and then the two-tone material as well. Okay, so now continuing. Here is our first laundry room. Extremely spacious. Now, you are going to have a stackable washer and dryer inside of the primary suite. We'll see that momentarily. And then the second full-size laundry room on the second level. Now here, you have the inset style cabinets, that flush look, plenty of space for your oversized washer and dryer. As you can see, you have the quartz counters with the gold veins. And then that sink overlooking the backyard too. Now you have that door leading you to the backyard with the privacy glass. Let's open up this right over here. And then, not to mention, you have stacked cabinets right above. So plenty of storage. Now let's go ahead and continue here. Taking a look at the garage. You see the privacy glass again for the garage doors, epoxy flooring. Look at the soaring height here. Additional windows bringing in natural light. And then you have a door leading you to the motor court. Awesome. And we are just getting started. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully you love the floor plan and it's coming full circle for you. Okay, so look how the primary suite is tucked away over here. Now you have this door separating the two. To the left, your stackable washer and dryer. I'll show you that first before we continue. You see that lime wash paint. Now this is your first closet over here. Plenty of drawers. We'll work on getting the lights turned on for you right there. So don't worry about that, but that is your first closet. And look at this. Okay, so as I pan you upwards, look at the vaulted ceilings. You see the exposed beams, how that complements the paint. Gorgeous modern light fixture. You have a king size bed, your two nightstands, and look at the wall of windows overlooking the backyard. Wonderful. So plenty of space, as you can see. And then this is leading you to your ensuite. The double doors here, look at the herringbone pattern flooring right there. Freestanding tub, you see the champagne bronze. And then you have his and hers sinks. Now, as I mentioned previously, that fluted design, you see the extension here as far as your drawer and cabinet fronts with the custom cabinetry, the translucent sconces, and that's on both vanities. Awesome. Straight ahead, you have your water closet, and look at the glass enclosed walk-in shower. Dual shower heads that complements the light fixture here. An abundance of space. Okay, now you have additional double doors leading to your second closet. Floor to ceiling shelving. You have the matte black rods, European white oak floors, and then even right behind me there. Awesome. So glad to see two separate closets, plenty of space, and for the price point, wonderful. And then let's do one more full pan and we'll head to the second level. Amazing. Now, right underneath your stairs, you do have a little nook space there. You can go ahead and fill that up with decor. You have stair lighting here, illuminating. Look at the wall of windows again. You really don't even need to have the lights on to have an abundance of sunlight entering in the property. Now you have an accent wall right over here that continues all the way to the ceiling. And let's go ahead and take a look. Awesome. So again, the white oak floors here, but look at the corner windows. We had seen that in the great room. Then you see the electric fireplace right there and the floor to ceiling fireplace around. Perfect for hosting and entertaining. Now you have a long hallway. We'll see that momentarily. Let's take a look around the perimeter and make our way around. Here we go. Second laundry room. So as I mentioned, you have that first one downstairs that was massive, the stackable washer and dryer in the primary suite, and then you get this. Plenty of counter space and a ton of room for that washer and dryer. Okay, so that is the queen bed. I'm glad every room is staged. That's the number one comment I get, especially with some of these spec homes, when the second level is not staged. So it's really great to see a queen bed here. So just gives you an idea of the dimensions. You have that wallpaper for the ceiling here, recessed lights, and then your ensuite. So you have a total of 4 bedrooms inside of the property, but then you have 4 baths as well, not to mention the 2 additional half baths. So you see the clean lines again, common theme, the matte black, and then a generous sized walk-in shower. Awesome. And then right behind here, the separate walk-in closet. Look how spacious that is. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. We'll take a look at the next bedroom. So you have 1 downstairs, 3 up. Hopefully you love that layout. Now here, they decided to add a king bed. So that just gives you an idea how much room you have. Look at the accent wall that extends to the ceiling with the recessed lights. So if you were to add a queen bed in here, you can imagine the additional room that you would have. And look at the ensuite. The same common theme with the fluted detail. Beautiful circular mirror, the sconce there, and a huge walk-in shower. and a huge walk-in closet. Awesome. Now, straight ahead is our second half bath. Look at that, extremely spacious. It's not one of those things where it feels like an afterthought. Even the wallpaper too, and how that complements the gold. Got a storage closet here for your network cabinet. You got security cameras already installed, and that's awesome. Lutron switches, Control 4 automation. What more could you really ask for? Okay, so now you have those windows, bringing in natural light. Look at the wainscoting there. Really nice subtle detail that matches the trim. And then over here, you have a built-in window bench with drawers. So the perfect second primary suite, right? So I talk about that often. You have folks staying with you for an extended period of time, and they would feel right at home. And then again, that's a queen bed there, but you can see the space on both sides of the nightstand. So you can go ahead and fit a king up here without any challenges. Now, you got the double doors leading you to the dramatic ensuite. Open shelving to the right, dual sinks on the left, quartz countertops, and the matte black mirror frame, and that modern sconce, or two of those. Awesome. Now, I'll show you straight ahead in just a second. I want to show you the closet first and foremost. Look at the beautiful details. The color of the shelving matching the window trim right there. You even have open shelving, built-in drawers. And remember, you have that window bench with the drawers as well. And then an additional set of double doors. You have a huge freestanding tub right there. Look at the pearl chandelier right above. Perfect to add some Epsom salt in there, right? Or maybe do a cold plunge. I know that's the popular thing right now. If you're not doing cold showers or the cold plunge, you're missing out on a lot of benefits. And look at the room. Awesome. And that looks like it about covered the entire first and second level. So if you haven't done so, please let me know your thoughts. You know, I asked that a couple times a video. It wouldn't be a complete tour if I didn't. And then hopefully we'll see some more projects by this builder. They have a few more in the works as we speak. So hopefully you love that. And then even look at this beautiful wood detail here. Like I said, you know, sometimes when I'm driving to one particular property to film a home tour for you folks, I'll run across a couple more that maybe didn't catch my eye when I was doing my research, and it really may have just gotten listed or it hasn't been listed yet. And I tell you what, when I drove by this one, I knew I had to get you in it, family. Okay, so now you have an additional outdoor fireplace here. So remember, you had fireplaces throughout the property, but then you have the outdoor one here. You see the recessed lights, the wood back here. You even have the heaters, perfect timing for that. And then you have the automatic screens that roll down there. So you are protected from the outdoor elements. Again, you see that retaining wall? We had seen that on the side yard. You have plenty of space back here, and then over here to the left as well. So perfect for hosting and entertaining. You can have the family out here having a great time and have a wonderful day. Now, in addition to the double sliders that you have right here in the great room, right? Remember, in the first laundry room that we had the good fortune of seeing, that is straight ahead. So you can access the backyard through there, or if you wanted to open up the sliding doors, you can certainly do that as well. And look at the abundance of yard. Again, a little bit over an acre, so you can really see where the space is. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. And folks, those of you that care about the attic spaces, I wanted to make sure you see behind this secret door. All spray foam insulation, and you have plenty of space. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you can see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. If you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour. Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Temecula, California, looking at another gorgeous luxury home. And this time we have a model home by Shotwood. Now, starting on the exterior, family, we do have that modern farmhouse. You have the board and batten along with the stucco and some clean accents on the outside. You do have a 4-car garage on this particular floor plan. And then this one is a beauty. Wait till you see inside. Extremely energy efficient and just pushing the boundaries. Now, this is a model. They have 2 additional models straight ahead right there. Maybe we'll get you into those a little bit later on. Now, right when you walk up this walkway, you see it is surrounded by river rock, and wait till you see the atrium. You definitely don't want to miss that. Now, you are going to have a covered front porch right here. You see the board and batten along with the stucco continues this way, and then you have this modern front door. But without further ado, family, let's go ahead and get you inside. Okay, so right when you walk in, you are greeted with this cozy foyer. You see the windows surrounding the front door. Now in here, you're gonna have the oak floors, and you'll notice that theme throughout, except for the bedrooms, which you will have carpet. But you see that atrium. That is the statement as soon as you walk in. We'll get you out there in just a moment. I'll take you around the perimeter of the property, and then we'll go ahead and continue. Okay, so looking at our powder bath right here, you see the accent wall, family. You have quartz countertops, just really cozy, screams luxury inside of here. The pendant lights, you see the gold mirror frame as well. And then look at the room that you have. But now heading over here to our first bedroom. Okay, so your queen size bed, you see your sconces right there. You have the separate walk-in closet from the bathroom. You'll see that in just a moment. Turn you around right over here, you see you got your desk. So this just gives you an idea of the dimensions inside of the bedroom. And not to mention, you do have the accent walls, built-in speakers, so it really is a great experience as soon as you walk into this model. This is the first time we've seen this particular builder on this channel. The parent company is Sakasui House. So if you've heard of them, you know they're a global brand started in Japan and brought that energy efficiency to the homes. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look right here. You see the shower tub combo. You got the sliding glass door that we talk about. And then looking at our vanity right here, quartz countertops, you have the shaker style cabinet doors, and then that sleek mirror frame. Okay, now we'll go ahead and continue, but get a load of the staircase right here, family. Love the double height ceilings right when you walk in. You got the floating staircase, the glass railings, and the gigantic pendant lights. Beautiful. Not to mention, you see the clear story windows above there bringing in a ton of natural light. So I love how inviting the home is. Now, right over there, we'll get to that in just a moment. You'll see the great room and the kitchen, but I'll take you to our first primary suite, and we have an additional primary suite on the second floor. Okay. Look at the breathing room inside of this room here. You see the board and batten accent wall, your king size bed, your 2 nightstands, and look at the space that you have between the bed and the dresser over here. And if that's not enough, family, you have your sliding doors leading you to your backyard. Amazing. And then look at the incredible views that you get. But I love this. Now you do have the shutters, as you can see. And if you didn't want to open up the sliding doors, you can open up that quick access door leading you to your backyard patio. But just overall, extremely roomy, a great atmosphere inside of this first primary suite. Right here to the right, you are going to have your water closet. You got your freestanding tub right over here, his and hers sinks. You see your towel closet right over there. And then I'll give you a better close-up of that vanity. Beautiful. Glass enclosed shower. You notice the chevron pattern flooring in here. You got a built-in bench, a massive rain shower head right above there. You got your shower wand as well. Overall, extremely spacious. So this is going to be your first closet right over here. You'll see the second one in just a moment. Now, let me know if you are a fan of houses that do have 2 primary suites, one on the first level and one on the second level. I love that just from a multi-gen standpoint, especially if you have folks living with you, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about getting them the guest bedroom. They get the best of the best, right? So generously spaced in both of those closets. And then overall, just a great bathroom. Okay, so I'll slowly pan you this way. I love the sanctuary feel right here. You see the space that you have between the great room, the foyer, and even this general area right here underneath the staircase. But I'll go ahead and do a full pan for you, family, and then we'll go ahead and continue. Beautiful. So right off the bat, you see the wood ceiling there. But not only that, contrasting with the floor to ceiling fireplace, your built-ins right over there to the left, you see your sconces illuminating the decor. But not only that, you have some additional backlighting illuminating the shelving as well. You already got your mantle right here. You have 2 sets of sliders. So right there in your open dining area and your great room, so you can open up both the indoor-outdoor living. You have your modern chandelier hanging down. Just overall, really feels futuristic in here. Beautiful. So whenever you've had a long day and you just kind of want to hang out right here, you go ahead and open up this leading to your atrium, family. Look at this. I don't know if you can hear that fountain right there, but really just has that zen feeling. Not only that, you have a balcony up there. We'll see that in just a moment. You'll see where that leads to and comes from, but let me know your thoughts on this. Okay. So now, again, you do have the open concept dining area, but leading you right here to your kitchen, family. Beautiful. So you see the glass panes in your cabinet fronts, your pendant lights right above your island. You do have cabinetry right underneath the island there. So some additional storage. Look at the 2-tone countertops and the 2-tone cabinetry right there. Shaker style, you do have that champagne bronze hardware right there. Monogram appliances, you have a 6-burner with a griddle, a pot filler. Look at the modern vent hood as well. Beautiful. And then this will just give you the view when you're washing dishes. All right, so let's go ahead and open up some of these drawers for you. See how much storage we have, as well as your dishwasher. So you have a monogram dishwasher as well, and then some additional counter space. Now I do love the panel ready refrigerator. Look how sleek that looks right over here. Absolutely perfect. Okay. You have your built-in oven as well. You head right around this corner and look at this, family, your dual entry pantry. You have a sink ready to go. You see you have your microwave right down there, some additional stack cabinets as well. Not often do you see that inside of the pantry, but in this instance you do have that. And then of course, some additional storage. Love that. And then as you continue right over here, look at this, family, some additional shelving. This will be leading you to your first 2-car garage. You have an additional 2-car garage, and that'll make for a total of 4-car garage spaces. But perfect for a prep kitchen, hanging out here, prepping all the things that you need. You have an additional secondary refrigerator right over here. And really, what more could you ask for, family? I'll do one more pan and then we'll go ahead and continue. So even looking at that backyard right there, look how relaxing that looks. Imagine just hanging out there on a Saturday morning, having a great time, especially hosting your family. Now we'll head right over here. You see an additional quick access door, and then this is heading to your mud room and then your laundry room. We'll see the laundry room first and foremost. Okay, so you have your picture window overlooking your backyard. You have a sink, quartz countertop, shaker style cabinets. Look at the space for an oversized washer and dryer. You even have additional cabinets right over here. So plenty of storage available. And if you haven't guessed it, this will be coming in from your other 2-car garage. So that'll just give you a reference. The door is locked. If not, I would have opened it for you. You know I got you. Okay. So it looks like we've seen the entire first level. Wait till we get to the second level. You definitely don't want to miss it. Also, right over here, you have your wine fridge. I'll open this up for you as well. You can store as many bottles as you need in here comfortably. And then if you go ahead and open this up right here, get you some ice, fix you a nice drink. All right. So let's go ahead and get you to the second level. I'm excited for you to see the second primary suite, family. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, which one you like between the two, which one would be your preference. You know, it never is one in particular. So sometimes it might be the first floor, other times it's the second floor. So I encourage you to leave your comments below. Okay. All right. So now, heading straight right here, your second laundry room. So in both laundry rooms, you do have the built-in sink, wall-to-wall cabinets here, and then look at the oversized washer and dryer. And if that's not enough, you have additional counter space straight ahead. Okay, so as I mentioned, you do have carpet inside of this bedroom and the additional bedrooms. You'll see that in just a moment. But then in here, you see that you have the sliding door leading you right here to your back-facing balcony, family. Look at those incredible views. Love that. So you have multiple access points back here, as you can see. So we'll see that in just a moment. Each one of them does have the sliders, but you do have the stucco back here as well. So this one's going to have the separate closet from the bathroom. You see the wainscoting over there to the left as well. And I love that it is a walk-in. Just need to add a couple more rods in there and you'll be good to go. All right, so shower tub combo again with the sliding glass door. Right over here, you got the quartz. You see the medicine cabinet as well. Beautiful. All right, so heading right out here, look at our loft area. So you got these massive windows as well, not only looking at your balcony right there. On the floor plan, they call it a deck, but then right there, seeing the atrium below. So you got built-in counter space again, shaker style cabinets, floating shelves, your sconces, and then we've already seen that balcony, but that'll lead you out there as well. Okay, what you've all been waiting for, including myself. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so tray ceilings, you got your beautiful light fixture hanging down right above your king size bed, your 2 nightstands. You see the accent wall. You have the double sliding doors leading you right there back out there to the balcony. Now, let me know your perspective or your thoughts. Would you like that to be, walled off? That way you have more of a private balcony for your primary suite, or does that not really matter to you? I'd love to hear your comments. But overall, a ton of space in here as well. If you want to have that minimalist feel, you can certainly do that. But if you like to have a full bedroom set with some additional decor in here, you can fit that in there comfortably without feeling cluttered. Okay, family, look at this. Beautiful. So you have the dual sinks in here, your towel closet, dead center in the middle. You do have the cabinet fronts, as you can see, with the glass pane. But then look at this sliding door leading you to your wet room, family. Now, I definitely think you may love this shower more than the other. Wow, so you have your freestanding tub inside of here. You see the sleek drain, your built-in shower bench as well. What more could you really ask for? Now, I know the comments are usually mixed. If you love a wet room, then you may not like the separate freestanding tub and the shower, but then other folks despise this. So really just depends. If you love the freestanding tub to be inside of the shower, you're gonna take this one. And if not, you'll definitely take the other one. Water closet over here with the automatic toilet, and then the separate his and hers closets. Look at that. You got the glass pane in the door, cabinet fronts again, and then your built-in drawers right there as well. And then I'll slowly pan you over here. And this is our his closet. Wow, so you do have a ton of storage. Not only that, straight ahead, you have a fitness room, family. Now, if you are someone that likes to go to a commercial gym or just a public gym in general, then you could use this as more of a stretching room, a prayer room, yoga, meditation. The possibilities are endless, but you have that sliding door right there to give you a little bit of privacy. And then you don't even need to walk 3 steps and you have a beverage fridge right there to grab a cold one. All right, so then now right out here, look at the space that you have for your balcony. Wow. Love that. A lot of new development right out here. You see it's called Shawwood at Summers Bend. So just for reference, if you want to look that up or you want to stop by, you can certainly do that. Now that door is locked. I'll get you to that room in just a moment, but I wanted to make sure you see where this led to. Okay, so far I'm loving it. It's great to be out here in California, enjoying this beautiful weather. This is the perfect time to be here. So very impressed with the environment out here. Okay, so this is the last bedroom in this property. Okay, so right here you see the trundle bed, but you could fit a queen size bed comfortably without any issues. Right out here you see the sliding doors leading you right back out there to the balcony that we had seen. And then you have the separate walk-in closet and bathroom. All right, so now you got the sliding glass door in here, but you do have a walk-in shower versus the other bedrooms that we had seen where you have the shower tub combo. Okay, so it looks like we've seen the entire first level and second level. Last but certainly not least, as always, I'll get you out there to the backyard. Now, also, if you haven't let me know, please let me know your initial impressions of this particular builder. You know, the common sense is that Japanese brands are always futuristic, innovative, and reliable. So if that is something that you want, you know, as far as in a home, maybe you have a Toyota or a Honda and you want to bring that to your house, right? You want luxury, but then mixed with innovation and reliability. This might be a good builder for you to check out. But let's go ahead and get you out here. Beautiful. So perfect to bring the inside outside right over here. So you see the wood paneling on the soffit. Look at the space that you have for your indoor outdoor living here, family. So if you want to eat a nice refreshing meal out here, you can do so. If you want to just hang out and enjoy the outdoors, you can do that as well over here. And then if that's not enough, if you want some sun, you can hang out right over there straight ahead. You have some additional space. If you want to add some amenities, trampoline, you know, play set, anything like that, you can certainly do that as well. And then you have your outdoor bar area right over here as well. And then look at the massive pool right over here. Beautiful. So plenty of spaces to entertain and hang out. Gosh, you would definitely not run out of things to do in this backyard. And then last but certainly not least, I'll show you the back exterior of the property. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Temecula, California. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.